I've been drinking water for some time, picking up the parts of all my life. Didn't get to solve it this time. How am I to break apart? Don't tell me why we can't collide. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? On the break of dawn, I'll follow you to carry on. On the break of dawn, I'll follow you to carry on. I was seeing farther in dark skies, bringing up the fire, not for time. Following my heart, and I show you how I play no part. Ghosts in the night don't justify the love we lost, the love we hide. Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? On the break of dawn, I follow you to carry on. On the break of dawn.
Oh, that's enough of that intro. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to TeamODZ Live. And it's Friday ahead. It's Friday. Yay.
I didn't know you could turn the chat off. Maybe I should think about that.
So nice. I'm gonna try something real quick. Hopefully it doesn't go bonkers.
You gonna try what?
I was switching from Wi-Fi to Ethernet.
Oh. Hey there, Owen. Nice work yesterday. One joined us on the TTT yesterday. I dare say he would have been with us across the line if it hadn't have been for a power drop that he suffered. Yeah, I don't remember hearing you anymore after that one. Is it right on here?
Go. Where's Jamel and Rick?
Well, Yamel's got 26 minutes, well, 25 minutes. Rick, he's going to be coming and doing a workout.
He's such a giant disappointment lately. Why is he not here for the sprint?
Well, there you go.
Let's do a little workout here.
You were saying Rick is such a disappointment lately.
I was, because he's not here to do a sprint for the 1K.
Yeah, I'm also disappointed.
I'm happy with me.
That makes it even
For
worse.
whatever that matters.
Nice
I am
one.
disappointed in technology today, though. Holy, what a mess. Having one of those days where everything's all broken.
Rick
Couldn't
is
get Zwift to
technologically
work.
challenged.
Then my camera wasn't working. I finally got Zwift working now, and I open OBS, and then my camera's not on there, even though it was on. And I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't this happen today? So then every time I have to put my camera back in, I have to remember, refine the setting that allows my green screen to do its green screening.
That's okay.
And I
Mine's
always-
filtering it out.
If you would have gotten your shit together and won a sprint, the other things wouldn't have happened. I'm pretty convinced of that.
Don't you worry, when I come back, my sprint will be probably completely ruined, but I'll try.
That's all we ask.
If my training
you've
goes
still
well,
got-
my sprint will be destroyed.
We've got
I'm
23
always
minutes
at
of
peak. I don't have-
late drawing left.
Oh, there it is.
Just make this your warm-up, man. Make it your warm-up for your workout.
Was that it?
Come ride, do a little 1K sprint as your leg opener.
Did do it. Oh no, today is all zone 3 and 4. I gotta
But this is
test
your
out
warm-up,
this,
not
this
this.
this old new heart rate.
I mean, look,
Yeah.
it's a downhill sprint, so your 6 pound overweight is only going to be your advantage today.
One wants to know if you've got a power supply problem as well, Rick.
No. Mine was, I left Zwift on for too long or something. I don't know what the deal was, but for some reason Zwift was on for too long, and this morning I went and saw this, and when I clicked around on it, all of a sudden it just disappeared. It just crashed.
Yep.
Okay. Then I went to get back on, and it wouldn't get past the login screen. I'd get the spinning rainbow. And tried a bunch of things, and then I installed the app and then reinstalled it. Still did it. And then I restarted the machine again, and then that's when it worked again. But yeah, it was definitely, I had already opted to sleep in an extra half an hour. So I was like, wow, I am running so far behind now.
I hate
No.
that. And you're like, I just need a little more sleep, and then you're crushed.
Yeah.
No,
And
and
everything goes wrong. And then like Annette, she's back from Mallorca, and so she wanted to ride together. And I'm like, I had told her 6:30, which ended up being when I finally got Zwift to work. And then I was like, well, now I still have to eat my breakfast that I made about almost an hour ago.
I smell something. It smells like excuses.
No excuses here. Oh man, so this was a big test. I went and I had to take a rest day yesterday, and everything looked good in the numbers, and my heart rate's just like magical right now. I love it once I get back into it, like once all of a sudden my body like settles into everything, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, I'm walking around, I sit down for a moment, look at my watch, and I'm like 52 beats per minute. Oh yeah. And like all day long my high heart rate is like 80. So good. I had noticed I was getting better when I had a doctor's appointment last week, and I really felt like usually when at the doctor's my blood pressure gets high, and
Because you're scared.
I don't know, yeah, something. I'm just doing something I don't feel like doing, and I know it's going to cost me money and all that type of stuff. I don't know what exactly it is, but then yeah, they went and did it, and I felt like I was going to have high blood pressure, so I warned her. And then she was like, is 118 over, you know, like 77 high for you? And I was like, no, that's perfect. Okay, never mind, I take it back. And that was kind of the first sign of, ooh, getting back at it. Here we go. It's amazing the different kinds of miles you can get. Like I've still maintained typically like 250 or so miles a week, but when I make those effective miles, it's amazing the difference.
Yeah.
Man, I did not want to take a day off yesterday though. But I had to make up for hours at work. What are we doing here? God, I hate these setups. So I'm gonna play around with this build me up thing, but not do it like I normally have. Normally I let the plan decide what I'm doing, but I'm gonna use the plan as a guideline while I decide what I'm doing.
There you go.
Race takes control.
Yeah, last
The
year I was
inmates are
living
running the
by this
asylum.
plan. This could get wild.
I think,
Yeah,
Rick, you should do a Zone 5B efforts for 2 minutes on 2 minutes recovery at Zone 4.
2 minutes recovery at zone 4. Just repeat it over and over. For for how long?
Do that 5 sets, and then 5 minutes at Zone 1.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Repeat.
All right. Oh, 5 sets or 5 reps of that in each set.
Yeah. Well, it'd be, hard, easy, hard, then recover. So 10 minutes of, or if you really want to go for it, do 5 reps inside each set. So 5 times 2 on, 2 off. Depends how much time you have.
How cool is that? You now officially have a Peruvian trainer, Rick. He just stay in zone 5 until his internet comes back on.
I did have a workout in here. Oh yeah, so this was one that I had come up with. I mean, it's just messing around and not really knowing totally what I'm doing, obviously. But I did my workout that I named Rubbermaid.
We have to
I feel
discuss
like
that.
I came up with the workout. I feel like I came up with the workout just so I could give it that name. But it was kind of like a durability workout where it's all kind of working on that. Yeah, I still need to work on it a little bit, but it was kind of like working on that like tempo into a surge for 1 minute, and then after that like recovering on in zone 4 and then back to tempo, and then a quick like zone 2 moment of recovery, and then by that point I should be like relatively recovered, but then doing that was like 4 times or something. Yeah. And then zone 2 for
Owen,
a couple hours.
and the
finishing
yes,
off.
I'm gonna let him have recovery, but it's only to start, and I'm gonna go in the middle of his workout and say, no more recovery.
No more recovery.
You're running short on time. Get rid of those 5 minutes of recovery.
All right, fine. Yeah, I'm not even going to be really touching Red for a little bit, according to this plan. I'm sure I will be, though, on my own time. I mean, I do like this plan. It is a good plan. Like, by week 3, you're already starting to mess around a little bit. But I just don't like following the plan as it is, because it's not a plan. It's
You're
like
not
it's a good like
supposed
guideline of a build-up.
You're not supposed to have a cross on your trainer or like your plan or anything like that. There's something wrong there.
What?
So,
I mean, I got another plan for you. It would be simply ride as hard as you possibly can every day until exhaustion.
Yeah.
And then on the 8th day of every week, you can take a rest day.
On the 8th day? All right.
Yeah, on the 8th day.
Yeah, you got that.
So I always tell people when they ask me, do you guys get overtime in the Army when you work late? I said, yeah, we do get overtime, but only if we work more than 24 hours in a day, more than 7 days in a week, or more than 365 days in a year. So we technically could get overtime on leap year, except leap year they make a change and make it 366.
I thought you only get overtime if you work in a combat zone.
No,
That's
we get paid
considered
the same in a combat zone as we do in a non-combat zone. I mean, there's a couple $100 difference, but that's hazardous duty pay and things like that. But
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I
what I
mean,
thought.
it's like $250, so it's not like it's a lot.
Yeah.
You need to come over here, Ian. We're
Not enough.
doubling military spending, and we don't have any idea what to buy. So salaries are the first thing that they're pushing up now.
I mean, I'm happy to retire and go to the Netherlands as a military advisor, or Ministry of Defense advisor. I'd do that.
If you
I know how to buy stuff.
Yeah, but you can't buy American. That is one of the nags, and it has to fit
Oh,
all
it's
the
all right.
existing equipment that is American. It has to fit that.
That's okay. Or I can go over to Denmark and help him develop the defensive Greenland plan.
Yeah, well, that's probably going to be a very short plan. We are really in a predicament. We either need to buy more F-35s or buy Gripen from our arch enemies, the Swedes. So that's not a nice option to have.
And if you buy Gripens, you're going to need a lot of them because they're not going to last. They'll get shot down.
Yeah, but yes. And the problem is that they can't handle, we're too small a country to handle 2 aircraft types. So it's not an option.
Yeah. But see, that's the deal Denmark should make is, hey, we're going to go buy a bunch more F-35s and F-47s, so then don't take Greenland.
Yeah, but I don't think it works like that, actually.
You never know.
Just to help out Boeing.
And Lockheed, yeah, both of them.
Our defense of Greenland is adequate. We have 4 patrol boats. 2 of them can't sail, and the other 2 can't shoot. And I'm not joking, it's true.
They issue sternly worded letters.
I have no idea, but we need to do something. And it should have been done 10 years ago.
Well, my retirement packet is in. So
Ooh, nice.
I'll be leaving here next July to start my retirement stuff. So then I'll get to be Mr. Evil Elf.
Well, hopefully you're not
And I'm
Mrs.
gonna-
Evil Elf right now.
No. I will just lose my military titles.
So,
I guess not. I
that
can
what they
technically put
mean
retired
by-
behind it.
is that what they mean by transitioning to retirement?
Yes. Yes.
Ah. The Army sure has changed.
It's not a surgery required to go from military to civilian. I mean, I guess you could say there's a bit of a lobotomy. But that's just to get you out of the mindset of military life, like civilian life.
So that
You know what they say, Ian?
if you find
I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
Yeah.
that's that if you find yourself
Who says you
picking
can't have
up,
both?
Well,
picking up
Yeah.
you find yourself picking up part-time shifts as a Walmart greeter or a breakfast person at McDonald's,
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
then
Welcome to Costco. I love you. Anybody get the reference?
no.
Movie quote? Idiocracy. Come on. Great flick.
That was a good that movie was very interesting.
It's a
Wow, my heart
pre-documentary.
rate's back up. What is this? One day off and my heart rate, boom, right back up. Crazy. That's why I didn't want to take the day
You're
off.
excited to be here with us.
Probably why. Could be. I did feel it this morning with all of the things getting in the way. I was like, oh great. The beginning of a high tense heart rate. It'll be good though. I had a good week last week and this week, and so I'm not feeling as bad as I was before. Finally brought me out of the deep, dark recesses of struggling with fitness. And the consistency required for said fitness.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Just do half what a
I'll
net
let
is
you guys-
doing, and you'll be fine.
Get over this little bump. I'm gonna let you guys go for a little bit so I can attack the hill.
Okay.
Well, because I know
Okay.
Andy puts the 1K after the hill, so I have no chance whatsoever of winning that sprint.
No, it's 2K.
It's the fact.
It's the descent
Oh, it's
first.
2K, so it's a sprint up the hill.
No. It
Oh,
starts
yeah,
at the
so
top
it's-
of the
it's-
climb.
Yeah. Right. That's my point. I can't get an
It's
advantage because it's what I call the fatty sprint.
Did you hear that, Ufa?
I'm just gonna attack Andrew Hill instead. So,
Who are on to?
So I'm going for my consolation prize of the fastest climb up the hill.
Hey, Ronnie. Thanks for liking the stream.
Quick. I'm gonna do something different this week. I'm gonna ride my bike
Really?
and run.
That-
And
Wow.
run. And I might swim
on my
too.
bikes.
So much to keep up with for sure. I definitely respect the triathletes' ability to
Talk about their
Multitask.
achievements.
Ruin every single weekend with their family. Just to get anything
just
fun.
doing sports that contradict each other in training. And well, I guess not fully, but you know what I mean.
Hey, does Ian?
And
Andy.
yeah, and the amount of time it takes, especially at like a high level. It's really a job. Full-time job of hard work.
I
But
told
yet
Ian to
trying
get
not to
to
do too much hard work.
140 TSS, but he misunderstood it. He thought it was per sport.
I've
I'm
been
trying to return, Andy.
Don't worry. I'll reset it.
I really need to get used to not using erg. Puts a lot of unneeded stress on my knees.
Stress is what you need.
Well, not this kind of stress.
Any kind of
Not
stress
joint
at the
stress.
moment will do. Going to the dentist stress will help you as well.
Yeah, like all of that kind of stress is fine. But the kind of knee stress after like doing a week's worth of erg workouts, then I start having issues with like going upstairs or stepping up onto things. where all of a sudden it feels like my knee's gonna.
Why were you walking in the first place? It's not good for your recovery.
You know, you bring up good points.
Why do you get a family? That's to help you with things like that, carrying you up the stairs.
Right. Should be carrying you around.
Hey, I am
Getting you
completely
stuff.
subscribed.
Applying my stress to your training day.
Asking me how I feel constantly. So far, from what I can tell, endurance athletes, really, their favorite question is, how do you feel? How do you feel today?
Hey Rick,
thanks
how do you
for
feel
asking,
today?
Actually, I feel fine, other than this heart rate. But I guess it's a part of feeling fine.
Well, I learned at camp from Crystal that since Justin and me are engineers, we don't have feelings, so I don't worry about that.
Yeah. Well, then you just divert it towards how your body feels.
He's focused on body
Yeah, nobody-
response, not feeling.
That's why athletes are good for that, because you ask anybody else, they'll be like, well, I'm a little sad. Love you. And nobody wants to
Like,
get
that's
that.
not what
I'm
we
a
care
little
about.
sad.
We care about, are you going to be able to attack me at the going into the top of the hill?
Exactly. Not you. I'm talking about your legs. How do they feel today?
Well, you should quiz Annette about Annika Langveld. It's a Danish mountain biker that she used to ride with. And she just made a comeback at 40 and won every stage in the Cape Epic ride. It's completely crazy.
Love you. Have a good day. There we go. Every morning when I walk out the door, it just smells like cotton candy and flowers. Holy.
Uh-oh, I'm going to get zapped.
No, you're not.
Oh,
You have 15 seconds yet.
It smells good, but holy.
I don't like cutting it that close, Andy.
No, I reset it at the top of the minute, so I know when I need to reset it next time round.
Yeah. Because none of us are pedaling.
I know, well, that's what happens when people push over the top.
Hey, some of us were going for the KOM. And now we're back to work with the group. Just because you guys are prejudiced and don't like KOMers.
Holy. Heart rate is just. Can't look at it. It's not reflective of my fitness.
But that doesn't happen in one day. You did something bad today, yesterday. You went for ice cream, waffles or something. There's something that doesn't fit here.
Oh yeah, I took a day off. Even if I just pedal recovery, then I'm good. It's when I take a day off, then it's always been like this. I rarely ever come back without complaining about my heart rate. My body just
So
really
that's
likes
one of the
high
reasons.
zone. I mean high load.
So that's one of the reasons why I tell the people I coach is that don't take your rest day the day before the race, because you never know how you're
Yeah.
gonna feel.
Oh,
Take
yeah,
it 2
I
days
know.
before the race,
I've learned
and the day before you do some
that
openers.
one. yeah, it's just a good way to drive the fatigue down, but then always got to pedal the day before. Not too much, just enough.
So like the day before a try, I'll do a 20-minute ride, 10, 15-minute run, and like a 20-minute swim.
Yeah, I used to take a day off, and I think it was actually at Hincappy last year that I learned, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because my heart rate was
You could
through
have just
the
asked me
roof.
if I told you.
I should have. And that was when I finally stopped with all this nonsense. And then I really learned, like, doing FRR and stuff. I was like, wow, I'm more ready for this race after, you know, being 5 stages in than I typically am for a race that I'm all rested for.
Thought you were just going to say, I'm more ready for this race now I've finished it.
Like, I do really well with, like, I mean, I start to feel the fatigue towards the end of it, but I do really well with, like, just high load, keeping a good, some fatigue in, you know, like up in the 70s or 80s. I have noticed if I get over 100 though, that's when it's time to kind of dial it down a bit. But it depends on what I'm doing, I guess, too. What I'm expected to do.
As long as
But,
I'm getting
man,
good quality
nothing-
sleep, I can do over 100, no problem.
Yeah.
For a little while.
Yeah, for a moment.
No, I mean, I can hold
Yeah,
it for a
that's-
good couple months.
Oh, wow. Like your fatigue number or
Problem is-
your...
Yeah, my CTL.
I can't do anything if my CTL is below 100, then I'm useless.
You can't do anything if it's below 100?
Yeah. We looked at it, I
Uber
compare my
maintains
thing.
130.
Minimum value last year was 85. At that point, I couldn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Problem I need is, once I start getting over 80, 85, I have to make sure I'm getting good sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing that's not always guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like last night where Grace's cheer practice is over at 9 and I had to actually like grab her, go in there and be like, hey, let's go. Bedtime. It's insane. She'll just hang out. I'm looking around, there's nobody left waiting for anybody. It's just all people with their own cars. And I'm just like, she's in there talking to them. Like, dude, if you want to talk to them, get a ride from them. Don't drag me out here.
That's right. Or I'm going to go take a nap in the car and you can drive home.
So then I'm like finally getting into bed at 10. And I'm like, well, that's too late. Because that's, even if I fall asleep immediately, that's 7 hours. Which is about where I try to get, but the reality is I'm not gonna fall asleep immediately.
Yeah, I need
I
at
found
least 6, preferably 8. 7 would be doable.
Once your CTL goes above 120, you need to go to 5 units of alcohol in your recovery, otherwise you will feel the muscle ache.
Yeah.
The thing I don't like about building up is the cadence work they do too.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that it has its point, has its purposes, But I know. I know at this point. Because it does some stand-up stuff, but it also doesn't train you for standing up on climbs or on any attack or power situation on Zwift. I do remember that last year going outside and being like, all right, here we go. I'm gonna try to get as much standing for this climb as possible. Didn't work. Die quickly.
So, I don't know if you saw Dean's comment there. Is he been working with no hands for 10 years?
Yeah, I did.
The evil me wants to respond, yes, that's when he lost both of his hands in the machinery accident.
Yeah.
But I think some people
Did I tell you?
might be offended.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you? Did I tell you? Did I
Uh-oh.
tell you? Did I tell you?
Your mail's broken.
Oh,
Did I tell you? Did I tell
Let's
you?
do some sampling.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you? Did I tell
That's
you?
AI Jamel.
Did I tell you?
Right.
Did I?
Sorry, Mel.
Did I?
Oh, don't know.
Morning,
Oh.
y'all.
There we go. He's fixed
There you
it.
go.
you back. Good morning.
I would have been on time, but my dogs had an epic stomach meltdown in the house, so I've been cleaning that for 30 something. When you said, Rick, you have 32 minutes or 23 minutes of late time left, is when I was downstairs in the garage, and just now that I finished.
My
Planned
my
to be at
cat
the end,
did a good
but-
one yesterday.
Yeah.
One of my cats like ate the wet food too fast yesterday, and then I'm hanging out. All of a sudden, last thing I knew, he was on the table, and then all of a sudden I hear splattering. I turn around, he's throwing up off the table onto a chair and onto the floor. It's just splattering everywhere. Like, holy.
And then next thing out of your mouth was, Heidi, Grace, come clean up after your cat.
Let's pretend like this never happened. Someone else will see it.
This happens when the cat doesn't trust the humans around him because he thinks that you're gonna eat his food. That's why he chucks it down so fast. You should be more competent to the cat.
Yeah, I don't think it's me. I think it's the street cat that we get that we adopted.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
That thing eats. He was actually over there cleaning up the mess after the other cat threw up.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Wow, that's insane. That's exactly what I was worried about happening. I'm not concerned that I've lost my fitness, but man, I feel like I have today. It'll be back in no time. But holy. I guess this isn't bad for heart rate, but it's just the other day I was doing these efforts and staying in the 150s and 140s immediately when I'd stop with the threshold. Definitely 10 beats per minute back over what I was. I'm not recovering well.
Got to get rid of these ride-ons for the sprint. It's like getting rid of your beat-ons.
Only 225 more kilometers to upgrade 4.
I have a feeling I'll never get like this spot or something like that because I doubt I'll be switching bikes to upgrade. Eventually, the 2 bikes I like to ride will be tricked out, and that'll be about it.
There is going to be some cool swag coming.
All you gotta do
Whatever.
is do one more.
Oh yeah,
Because all
tell me
the-
about these
the whole point
new
is
routes,
3.
Rick. Where did you hear this at?
Well, pretty much what was in the code is pretty much all I know, but it makes sense. It's like Paris-Roubaix themed, which really it's like what took so long.
Yeah, but Paris-Roubaix is a boring race to ride online because you can't feel the combos.
Yeah.
I can.
Well, unless
that's
you
like
have
the
one
whole
of those
point of it.
trainers. Yeah, your Malcolm.
That's what makes it hard.
He's gonna.
I
be
could put
not like
bumps
electric.
on my drums, then I'd feel them too.
There you go.
I mean, pretty much.
3D print some
I feel like the
sleeves for my
cobbles are just
drums.
gonna become cobbles will just become the jungle of France.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
there's supposed to be. I mean, there's a lot of new routes coming with this. It looks like I don't know 10 or something.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see just how many extra kilometers they're going to be adding to that world. And then there was also something about
Yeah.
streak flare. So depending on
Okay.
your weekly streak, it pretty much goes based off of Scotty Squirrel. And so like at a certain level, can't remember what the first ones were, but I know eventually you get like a stuffed Scotty the Squirrel. And then I guess if you have over like 60 weeks, then you have a real Scotty the Squirrel. You get a pet.
I've got a yard full of them.
So then I'm wondering, do you have to feed it? Is it going to become a Tamagotchi?
How does it taste?
I mean, you have to.
You don't have to do anything,
That's right.
especially feed squirrels.
Bring it on the barbie.
You've been to any park in a large metropolitan area, you learn what happens when you feed the squirrels.
I mean, here they eat guinea pig, which is kind of like a squirrel. You could feed it, just fatten it up, and then you can roast it on a
Yeah.
spit, or you
Oh, yeah.
can fry it.
The squirrels at Boston Common are impressive. Those things are essentially outdoor house pets. It's crazy. They will sit on your lap if you have food, and they are massive. They must be like anywhere from like 10 to 12 to 15 pounds. They're like house cats. massive
A whole bunch of people were in front. Cheaters.
All right, what am I supposed to be doing? Was I supposed to be standing again? All right.
Yeah, well, they'll be DQ'd.
Good.
Bunch of cheating, cheater misses. There. So at this point, I need to finish the SL8, and then I got to do in the Athos tour. That's going to take a little bit.
No.
And
We are watching
then I'll be able to get specialized.
what is really the lead pack here, closing in on a couple of the cheaters, the flyers. First one coming into view, second one is just a few meters ahead. Watching Ufa here. He's got everywhere, everyone just where he needs them. People laying the fire down now, coming into the finish. Still closing in on the final flyer. Here goes Ufa, dropping the watts. Diving through people here.
Wow, this is tough.
All right, let's see. I think Ufa
take
took.
that.
I think Ufa took the win there.
Yeah.
Well, that was the guy in front of me.
No, it was the Rocket who was
Have you
DQ'd
seen-
because he started ahead of the me saying go. Yes, Ufa for the win, and Reeve in second place. Ian
Nice one.
in third. Andrew Hill in fourth.
I'll take that. All right.
All right, that'll do me for today.
Yeah, I just gotta spin the legs for a second.
Yeah, there you go. Owen, Athos up. Let's lay down.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
I did do that last weekend. Still doing the work.
Maybe I'll give myself like a 3-hour workout tomorrow morning and do that.
Yeah, 'cause the whole teleporting thing, that's just, I get it if you're trying to fast track because you have a race coming up and you know everyone else is doing it. So I have
Yeah.
seen a few people doing that. They have races this
Oh,
weekend
teleport to the top?
and they see their competitors doing it and they're like, no.
Oh,
But
man.
depends on if
That's
the
what
race
sucks.
is neutralized or not.
So is it
I
better
am
to do the
gonna-
Alp or the KOM?
I'm going to say thank you to everyone for
I
joining us
think
on
the
the
Alps
stream.
are-
Owen, have a great weekend. No doubt be chatting. Take care. Have a good one. Regards to Kath. And I'll be back on Monday. What will I be doing on Monday? I don't know. Might be badge hunting or something. We'll see. Till then, take care. Have a great weekend. Bye for now. Say it, Rick.
Bye-bye now.
There you go.
I've been treading water for some time, picking up the parts of all my life. Didn't get to solve it this time. How will I